All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going to tackle a huge problem, one that so many companies are facing. How do you stop drowning in all this data and actually start profiting from it? We're going to break down how you can flip the script and turn your data from a confusing cost center into a real, powerful source of revenue. So let's get into it. First things first, let's set the stage with a problem that I'm sure is going to feel very familiar to a lot of you. We can call it the data dilemma. It's that constant struggle of figuring out if all the data you're collecting is actually an asset or if it's just a massive, expensive headache. So, seriously, ask yourself this question. Right now, for your business, does your data feel like this incredible asset that's pushing you forward? Or, if you're being honest, does it feel more like a super expensive, complicated weight that you're just dragging along? For most people, this is the reality. You've got terabytes of data, you've got spreadsheets coming out of your ears, you've got complex databases. You are definitely data rich. But when it comes time to get a simple, straight answer to a question, you're insight poor. The data's all there, but it costs a fortune to manage, and it doesn't really seem to be giving you much back. So, to solve this whole dilemma, we've got to change the way we think about it. I mean, fundamentally, it all starts with a new guiding principle. A really simple rule that should guide every single decision you make about your data from here on out. And here it is. This is the core idea, the North Star for all of this. Your data should make you more money than it costs, period. Every data project, every server you spin up, every analyst's salary, it all has to be measured against this one simple idea. Is it generating more value than it costs to keep the lights on? You know, just adopting this one thought can change absolutely everything. Okay, so you've got this new mindset. Where do you even begin? Well, it's kind of like building a house. You have to start with a solid foundation. You just can't build anything valuable on shaky, cracked ground. I mean, really think about it. Every single report, every financial forecast, all the analysis you depend on to make big decisions, it's only as good as the data it's built on. A weak data foundation means you get weak insights, and that leads to some pretty weak decisions. So, what exactly makes a data foundation strong? Well, think of it this way. First, it's got to be able to grow with your company, to scale up without breaking a sweat. Second, it needs to have a logical structure that your team, your engineers, can actually understand and build on, like a well-oiled machine. And finally, it has to be fast. It needs to deliver those insights with speed, so you're not sitting around waiting for answers. So once that strong foundation is in place, we can move on to the really revolutionary part. This is where we build something on top of it that you can actually use to have conversations directly with your data. Just imagine this for a second. Instead of filing a ticket with the data team and waiting, who knows, days for a report, what if you could just ask? In plain English, what if getting an answer from mountains of data was as simple as sending a text message? And this isn't science fiction anymore. This is possible with something called an analytics AI agent. The concept is actually really simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Just think of an AI you already know, like ChatGPT. But, and this is the key, it's securely connected to and souped up with all of your company's private, specific data. And this just shows the difference so perfectly, right? The old way is slow, it's full of bottlenecks, and it really depends on a few specialists. But the new way, it's instant. It's for everyone. It empowers anybody in your organization to get the insights they need, exactly when they need them. Let's use a real-world example. A question like this used to be a whole project, right? You'd have to pull data from HR, from finance, from payroll, mash it all together in some complex report. It could take a week. With an AI agent that's built on a solid foundation, this question becomes trivial. You just ask, and you get the number. Simple as that. Okay, so we've got the foundation, we have the tool for instant insights, but how do we actually connect that to the bottom line? Let's talk about how to go from getting an insight to generating actual income. So this slide here, it lays out the entire roadmap. Step 1, you start with that strong data foundation. Step 2, you layer the AI on top of it to have those intelligent conversations and get fast answers. And that speed, that clarity, that's what unlocks the final step, creating real, monetizable data products. And this is the big payoff. Because you're armed with this deep, instant understanding of your own business and your customers, you can build smarter features for the products you already have. You can create brand new service offerings, or even launch totally separate products, generating new streams of revenue you never even could have dreamed of before. When it comes down to it, this whole journey is about more than just making money from data. It's about fundamentally changing how your company operates and really unlocking its true potential. Because what this entire process does is it matures your whole organization. You move from making decisions based on gut feelings or reports that are weeks out of date to making sharp, intelligent decisions based on real-time insights that anyone can access. Ultimately, what this all achieves is a massive reduction in the time it takes to go from having a question to making a decision. And in today's market, that kind of speed isn't just a nice to have, it's a huge competitive advantage. And so we'll end on this thought. By building the right foundation and by using the right tools, you can finally listen to what your data has been trying to tell you all along. So the only question left is, what secrets, what opportunities, and what profits are locked away in there just waiting for you to ask?